Hi everybody, welcome back. I am up tonight because I could not sleep and I wanted to pull some cards today. It's gonna be a little different from the normal spreads that everybody does. I'm guessing. We're gonna do one for the mind, one for the heart, and an advice card. And what these are is just saying, things that might be going on in the mind and in the heart and how to bring them into alignment with each other, whether it be in love, work, just in general with family. We're gonna put some cards. So I'm gonna shuffle. Today I'm using the Thurs deck by Aleister Crowley. I'm using the Thurs deck today. And we're just gonna do 3 cards. Okay. So the first card I'm gonna do is Spirit. Give me 1 card for the mind. 1 card, accurate messages. For the collective, for the mind, for today, Thursday, January 18th. 1 card, please. One card, Spirit. 3 fell out, so I'm gonna put them back. I'm gonna just do 1 card for the mind, for the collective, for today, Thursday, January the 18th. 1 card, Spirit, for the mind. And once I lay these cards down, I'll turn the camera around. It's late where I am. I'm here in Indiana, and it's, I don't know what time it is. I should be asleep, but I'm not. I know it's late. It's probably like 10 o'clock or something. Let's see. Yeah, 11:37. All right, Spirit. 1 for the mind. 1 card for the mind. For the collective. I hope you guys are doing all right when you see this. Everybody's in good spirits and all that jive. 1 card, Spirit, for the mind. Well, as I'm shuffling and, we're waiting to get messages from Spirit, I'll tell you a little bit about myself and the channel. I am new to YouTube, and this is my first time having a channel. I used to be a little bit shy. I didn't like talking in front of people, so, I kind of outgrew that. I have been on my journey for about 2-3 years now, since I became enlightened. And I'm just at the point now where I want to share my gifts with people. I'm not really into, I really deal more with healing more than anything. I use the cards as clarifiers. Sometimes I intuitively get it. But I like the cards, so I've been working with the cards a lot lately. And as I grow, you guys will grow with me, right? All right, so I'm going to cut the deck. So we got all day with this, right? Okay. Oh, we got a lot to fill out. I guess Spirit has a lot he wants to say. Give me 1 second. Alright, I got a lot of cards that time. It has a lot he wants to say. 1 card for the mind, 1 card for the heart, and advice. We're going to do 3 cards, and I'm going to clarify with my Rider-Waite. And this is just advice, alright. So for the mind space, we have the Hierophant. You all can see that card. It's the Hierophant. Alright. So I'm going to lay that down. Alright. 2 more cards, Spirit. 1 for the heart and advice. And I will be reading from the book. I'm still getting to learn the Thurs deck. They kind of have different meanings in here than the regular Rider-Waite. But I will correlate the 2 together. 1 card for the heart spirit. Book a collective for today, Thursday, January 18, 2018. Things we can work on in our heart. One card spirit. One card for the heart. One card for the heart spirit. One card for the heart. I will try to do these videos daily. That's my goal, is to do them daily. So as I said, as I grow, you all will grow with me, and I love you guys. So I'm here to serve you. So as much as you need me, I'm gonna be here, and it's only gonna get better, right? All right. Thank you, Spirit. And for the heart space, we have the 10 of disc. It says wealth at the bottom, if you can see that. All right, that's for the heart space. And we're going to do one card for advice. Spirit, one card for advice. Thursday, January 18th, 2018. I know I'm on here, my hair all wrapped up. But I just wanted to do a video today. I couldn't go to sleep. All right. And for the advice, we have the Ace of Swords. I like the Thoth deck. Even though the cards are kind of big, I should have got the smaller deck, because my hands are so little. But I like the Thoth deck. All right, now I have my Rider-Waite. We're going to clarify with the Rider-Waite. And I saged my cards, and I saged myself and said a little prayer before I started. You know. But yeah, y'all, what's up? I hope everybody's doing good. I really do. You know, this journey in life can sometimes be, you know, like, oh my God. But, you know, we out here for each other to help each other out. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing my part, right? And I know my first video I did was on Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, because I know there's a lot of unions coming in together. And I liked that video. It was so positive. So congratulations to those that it resonated with. Because it's real, you know? That journey is real. Intense at times. Alright, we'll cut the deck. And we're going to get 3 clarifiers, right? Okay. One clarifier for the heart, please. One clarifier for the heart. For the mind space. One clarifier for the heart. One clarifier for the heart. Thank you, Spirit. For the clarifier for the Hierophant, we have the Page of Wands. Let's see him. All right. And at the bottom of the deck, when I got that card, is the Ten of Swords. So somebody might be feeling like, I'm tired. Okay, whether it's dealing with spiritual, whether you're in school, you know, the Hierophant speaks of studies and traditions and spiritual, occults, things like that. And the Page of Wands speaks of, you know, being passionate, starting a new path, something you want to create and express, you know. Okay, one card for the Ten of Discs. One card, Spirit, for the Ten of Discs. That's a lot of cards, Spirit. One card. The Ten of Discs, to me, in the heart space, it speaks of wealth, you know, trying to attain that wealth to have that emotional fulfillment, with it being in the heart. So maybe a lot of discontent comes from money issues. Don't we all got money issues? Clarifying the Ten of Disc in the heart space is the Four of Disc, or Four of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite. Okay, one more card, y'all. We're going to clarify the Ace of Swords here. One card, Spirit. Clarify the Ace of Swords. And I'll get better. I'm learning new spreads. I did this one on my own because I wanted to do something that was a little bit more kind of to the point. I wanted to do something different. I didn't want to just be in y'all business and tell y'all who Sammy talking to and all that, because I believe life is, you know, more than that. And in this journey, sometimes we get lost, we get stuck. There's obstacles. We want to know how to overcome them. You know, sometimes we need more guidance like that. So that's what I'm being called to do. So, you know, later on down the line, I think I'll learn how to read the cards in that way. But it just, you know, it ain't for me, you know. Say we all got enough going on. We don't need nobody else's drama, right? All right. So, for the Ace of Swords, we had the Six of Cups that popped out in the advice, okay? Or outcome for some of you. It depends on how it goes. All right. So, the bottom of the deck is Justice, okay? So this could be with legal matters or just balancing the scales, whatever you feel is unjust, unfair. This is talking about balancing it out. And since we're talking about healing, this is a good card to have because we need that balance, right? Come on in, Justice, and do us right. All right, so I'll start. In the mind space, we have the Hierophant. And as I said, the Hierophant for me, and this is the number 5, which speaks of change. And the Hierophant for me is, you know, spiritual studies, learning new things, old traditions, probably breaking away from old traditions. With it being supported by the Page of Wands, I'm feeling like this is saying, you know, something has changed within us mentally, and it's encouraging us to allow the change, whatever you need to do to support you trying to start on this new path, to, you know, go to school, learn about it, you know, go find a mentor or, you know, something of that nature. This is what that's saying for me. Don't hold back your passions and things that you want to express, because you got it on your mind and you want to do it. And I believe these cards are encouraging you to, and whatever you got to do to get there, go to school, ask somebody, do it, share those gifts, take that new journey. You're very passionate about it. This is the beginning stages, and you laying the foundation and putting your energy into it. Like, start putting energy into it, no matter how small it is. Doing that with the mind, because that's something that is on the mind, you know, and anything that keeps popping up in our mind is something that it needs to be dealt with. It, whether it's you consider it good or bad, negative or positive, you know, it comes up for a reason to be dealt with. In the heart space, we have the Ten of Disc. For me, in the heart space, the Ten of Disc is you know, maybe being discontent because of money issues, or relying on money issues to make you content, since it's in the heart space. But the Ten of Disc also deals with, you know, the happy home, the commitment, the marriage, you know. So since this is in the heart space, maybe this is something that's dealing with home and dealing with family when it comes to heart space. And also with the Four of Discs supporting it, or Pentacles in the right away, sorry. But with the Four of Discs for me, let me look at this for a minute, y'all. It's just, you know, because in the Rider Waite, the Four of Pentacles is somebody who's, you know, kind of like holding on to all their little ducats, you know, being greedy, you know. So, you know, I'm going to read it for you guys before I say what I want to say. Give me 1 second. And I swear it's only going to get better, y'all. I will not bore y'all. I will get more stuff going. But tonight, I just wanted to do this video. I don't know why. I love y'all, I guess. You know, you know. And as I stated before, it's saying the same thing that I said. Um, you know, somebody that's holding on to all that they have, you know. And with the Ten of Pentacles here in the heart space, I don't know if it's saying don't be greedy, don't, you know, like share it, you know. What they say, scared money don't make money, right? So, you know, like sharing these gifts and this new creative passion, like, you know, like not holding it to yourself and because this will bring you this Ten of Pentacles. It will bring you the wealth that you seek. But it's also saying to, you know, be charitable with it. You know, when somebody got the Ten of Pentacles, you got it to, you know, share with other people. And, you know, not just gain it for yourself, but do it for, you know, maybe somebody else. Thinking of other people when we doing it. Since it's in the heart space, and I believe this is telling us to, you know, share the wealth. Don't be greedy. Don't hold on to it. He holding on to everything, and he got everything in the background. Why he got to hold them pentacles so tight? You know, this might be causing some imbalance within a family, within the heart, within the home, you know. This might be breaking up people's commitments and marriages, you know, people, you know, just holding on so tight, you know. Not sharing with other people these passions and desires. I ain't saying give them your money now. You know, money's hard to come by. And where you give your money, you give your power. So, you know, not saying that, but share your gifts, share your talents that you have, you know, and do it in a selfless way, you know, not being selfish, not thinking like, oh, if I start this is going to be for me. No, you know, let it benefit somebody else, you know. Everybody's not as fortunate, you know, to even have an idea to create something. Like, we take so much stuff for granted. And that's crazy. Not a lot of people can have the mind to even think in that way. But the advice is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords. I like the thought deck. I love these cards. The Ace of Swords to me speaks of clarity. It speaks of, you know, standing in your truth, cutting out anything that does not serve you, you know, being real with yourself. That's what the Ace of Swords stands for me. In the thought deck, it talks about you know, being successful, on the brink of, you know, being successful, you know, a change or something of that nature. I'm going to read it for you because in the thought deck it's different than in the Rider-Waite. But in the Rider-Waite, it is clarity, you know, standing in your truth. It says whirling force, activity, strength through trouble. It says an affirmation of justice, upholding divine authority. You know. So, or it could be the sword of wrath. So as it goes back to what I was just saying. You have, in the mind space, you have reached a new, you're changing. You are on a spiritual journey. You're changing. This is what I take this as. Somebody that's on a spiritual journey, starting the process, and they have these creative endeavors that they want to express in their mind. And maybe in the heart space, they're also thinking of ways it could make them money. And I believe that this is saying, in the Ace of Swords was clarified by the Six of Cups, which is kind of funny. So I don't know if this is dealing with love for some of y'all or what, or, you know, maybe somebody from the past with the Six of Cups, or, you know, thinking about how good it was back then. But I'm going to try to define this as best as I can, because that's kind of crazy that it came up with this, like the Six of Cups just came out of nowhere. So for me, is, you know, having that clarity, standing in your truth, you know, and also remembering where you came from, how you got to this point, to let it keep pushing you forward. And if this is pertaining to love, you know, is you, if this person is coming back, it's you getting yourself together before they do. If this is, you know, if that ties into it, I don't know where that card came from. I'm going with it, right? So yeah, for me, that's it. I think today, you know, it's just about focusing on those passions and accepting this change in the mind, like allowing it to go and not fighting it, and you know, old ways being gone, and let these new desires come up and these passions. You know, and as far as the heart goes, if you having money problems, this will bring you your 10 of Pentacles. It's gonna bring you what you want, you know. But while you're in the process of getting it, you know, just remember where you came from, and remember that you needed help as well, and you know, try to keep that balance with it. You know, remembering why we're out here to help and serve each other, whether we want to or not. I mean, as I said, don't give them all your 10 of Pentacles, but you know, if you got 10, it ain't nothing to give somebody at least one, you know. But I believe that is it. So I'm going to wrap that up. I'm going to leave that there. Maybe that made sense to y'all, because I'm over here like, okay. I am going to pull one healing card. And this is my Healing with the Fairies by Doreen Virtue. That glare on my camera, y'all, is just crazy. I like her little cards. And then we'll also do one from the Archangel Michael by Doreen Virtue as well. I like those ones too. I like all my cards. I just like everything. Sometimes I have my days, y'all. Alright, so we're going to do one card from the Healing Fairies. We hit 21. You know, YouTube stands you with their time. One card is from the Healing Fairies. Okay. So, two popped out. I'm going to take them. I've learned that when they fall out, take them. You keep trying to put them back in, and extra cards keep flying out. I'm going to let Spirit talk, not me, right? So, the first one that popped out was Quiet Time. So, maybe somebody's needing to take some quiet time. So, you know, they can think and they can sort things out and make your list out of your passionate endeavor, and you on this journey and you want to express something, like, let that go to your quiet space and really contemplate it and think about how you want it to manifest, so it can bring you that 10 of Pentacles, because that's what you're trying to do. And the second card that popped out was New Location. So I don't know if some of y'all are thinking about moving. Again, this goes with the new adventure. So maybe this causes you to move, or, you know, do something new. Something, you know, it's just new location. I will read from the book for y'all on that. I will read from the book. And I hope this is okay. I hope y'all like this. If y'all don't, let me know in the comments, like, because I want to try different stuff that resonates with you all. Because some, like I said, I read these cards and I'm like, what are you talking about? But y'all feel it, you know. The new location, a change of venue is coming your way. Most likely you are moving to a new residence. However, this card could also mean that you're changing the location of your employment. What did I just say? Y'all, I'm telling y'all. The fairies are very much in touch with geographical changes. They sense that your energy is drawing you to a new location. Perhaps you've been thinking about moving to a new home, and this card signifies that it's time to consider that change. Write a list of features you desire in your new home and ask the fairies to help you find and acquire your new residence. This card could also mean that your place of employment is changing. You could be on the cusp of finding a new job, or your current employer may transfer you to a new location or promote you to a different office. Regardless of the type of new location, trust that this is a change for the better that will bring great improvements into your life. Okay, that was good. And it goes back to what we were saying. Somebody's trying to get something off the ground. They are, you know, experiencing this new spiritual change. For me, that's what I got. Doing away with old traditions and starting out on a new path they are very passionate about, and one that will bring them the 10 of Pentacles as well. You know, and the outcome, like I said, the advice is clarity, you know, standing in your truth, you know, doing it boldly, you know, cutting out anything that's not helping you get there. For me, that's what it signifies. In Quiet Time, I'm going to read that for you all, since two of them popped out. I'm going to read it. It says, you need some time alone, away from other people and environmental noises. Even a brief respite would be extremely rejuvenating for you. Sometimes we're not even cognizant of the detrimental impact of stress in our life. We become so accustomed to living in our uproar that we are not aware when our body is telling us that it is an overload. The symptoms include illness, unusual fatigue, depression or anxiety, appetite and weight issues, addiction, sleep disorders, irritability, and a desire to withdraw from life. By drawing this card, you are being asked to honor your body and soul by spending some quiet time alone. As soon as possible. This might mean going on a silent retreat, spending the day at a lake, beach, or in the mountains, taking a hike, or visiting a day spa. You can even turn off your phone, put a do not disturb sign on your door, and take an afternoon nap, a long bubble bath, or read your favorite book. Regardless of the form that your quiet time takes, the fairies just ask that you keep this promise to yourself without delay. Amen to that, because we all need quiet time. So I think that was a sweet message from Spirit. And the bottom of the deck was higher consciousness, y'all. I can't make this stuff up. Somebody is going through a spiritual change right now, and they are ready to take off on this journey, honey. I just want to encourage you that whatever you're trying to do is going to be prosperous, and it's going to bring you this 10 of Pentacles, you know. So just stand in your truth, like this Ace of Swords is just advising you to stand in your truth and go for it, because you got it. You got it. The 10 of Pentacles is here. It's here. I think that's a beautiful message for some of you all who that resonated with. I hope it resonated with a lot of people, because we all need change. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go after I pull one card from the Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, Spirit guys, give me one card for advice. One card for advice for Thursday, January 18th, 2018. One card of advice for those who are trying to start a new spiritual path. One card of advice, Archangel. One card of advice, Spirit. One card. Thank you. Oh yeah. Okay. Bottom of the deck, y'all. I cannot make this stuff up. It says, write about your thoughts and feelings. So for me, that's you writing your plan, you know, for whatever this is you're trying to start. The first card was be gentle with yourself. If y'all can see that. I'm going to work it out, y'all. I swear I'm going to get so much better. I'm going to get better. It says be gentle with yourself. And then the other one says your kids are watched over by angels. So I don't know if somebody needed to hear that. Maybe you're worried about family or your kids, or maybe you're worried about how to build something stable like the 10 of Pentacles so you can take care of your family. But I think they're encouraging you to know that everything is okay. You guys can see that. I'm sorry, it's glaring. Okay. So I hope that helps some of you. As I stated, stick with me. We will get better. And I'm Amber, and thanks for listening, guys. Talk to you later.